Hello everyone, my name is Chance Brunton and welcome back to the StarCraft II Heart of the Swarm campaign. In the last episode we managed to stop the Protoss on this planet from calling home by destroying the transmitters they would use to communicate to their people and summon the great fleet that would kill us all. And so now, in this episode, the Protoss are going to try and use shuttles to get home and warn their fleet that we're here. And we are going to have to stop them from launching those shuttles at all costs. Well, I guess all costs. Come to think of it, we can leave, although the Protoss would probably track us down. Yeah, basically, we really need to stop these shuttles. Ranged units are effective at focusing their attacks on a single target. Take advantage of this when you need to destroy something quickly. Yes, so that's something you might do often with buildings, for example, when you surround a building and then can take it out quickly. In this case, however, this specific mission will give us something else to focus on that's big.
The Protoss are preparing shuttles for launch.
A warp conduit. I sense millions of Protoss minds on the other side. Shakuras! If a single shuttle passes through, they can alert Shakuras to our presence.
Should we destroy it then?
No, they would detect that. Our only choice is to stop their shuttles from reaching the conduit. Nefash's hydralisks. Abathur, assimilate their essence into the swarm.
Hydralisk reconstituted can morph from larva.
I need more hydralisks to destroy these shuttles.
Okay. So the Hydralisk is an even better ranged unit, but at the than the Roach, but at the consequence that it is weaker. And so we do have to be concerned about that.
You have my attention.
Alright, now we have some anti-air, but it's the Spore Crawler up here is good anti-air, but it's currently burrowed, so we'll want to move it. We'll also want to push our creep forward a little bit right away. And we'll start making more drones to get our economy up and running.
What is it now?
How do our defenses look? Okay, so this is the warp conduit. We must stop the shuttle from getting here. The green marker on the map.
My queen, the Protoss have launched a shuttle. It is en route to a warp conduit.
Not if I have anything to say about it. We will bring down that shuttle.
The green marker on the map is showing the shuttle, which is moving slowly across the map. And we have to bring it down.
Who asked you?
We will move our forces in the way to intercept it, and we've got 2 Spore Crawlers at the ready. For the first shuttle, that should be enough. I'm prioritizing ranged upgrades so that our Hydralisks are better able to shoot down the shuttle.
Speak quickly.
And Kerrigan also will benefit from those upgrades.
We require more Vespine gas, more of
Now, Hydralisks are going to be heavy in Vespine gas, so we need to make sure we start mining more of that quickly.
We require more minerals.
And in the meanwhile, while we wait for that to come in, we'll keep building up our mineral production and everything else.
Out with it.
The ship is almost overhead, but not quite. We still have some time to expand out. Creep is going to be very important because we're going to want to build a lot of Spore Crawlers for their anti-air potential, and we're going to need to move our creep out to be able to put Spore Crawlers down. Alright, let's take this ship out as quickly as possible using Kerrigan's special abilities and the Hydralisks.
A Protoss shuttle has reached the warp conduit.
Let's get this over with.
We should move these Spore Crawlers up too, because that shuttle could start accessing the warp conduit from a long way away, and we're going to want our Spore Crawlers to start intercepting it sooner than that. Now, we found a Hydralisk buried in the ice there that we could just incorporate into our army, so hopefully there will be more Hydralisks later on that we can do the same thing with. Just go near them and they'll join us.
Complete.
It would be handy to have another hatchery at this point, so that we can train more units. And the next thing we'll probably want is maybe ground carapace, so that we can
Engage the hive directly. Our shuttles must break through.
So that we can keep
You will never leave this ball of ice.
our Hydralisks alive better,
There's not
because like I
much
said,
time.
they are pretty weak. And we'll also want some
My
queens.
queen, the Protoss were gathering biological samples and storing them in these stasis chambers.
We'll destroy the chambers and take the biomass if we can.
Good. Does that present any good objectives for the moment? Yeah, maybe. We might be able to reach some of these sooner rather than later. Especially this one on the lower right-hand side. Let's head towards
The
that
swarm never rests.
with our army as it is.
The Protoss launched another shuttle. This one is accompanied by a fighter escort.
You cannot stop us all, Kerrigan.
What is it now?
Alright, let's destroy this stasis chamber. Now we can destroy the stasis chamber for additional
Just
levels
die.
on Kerrigan as part of the bonus
Large
objectives.
quantities of biomass. Good to have. Can use to improve swarm.
Hungers.
So that is useful. Let's build at least one queen and some extra hydralisks.
Spawn more overlord. Our forces are under
And some more overlords, apparently. Now we really need to hurry up here and get past some of these units.
This
Crushing
world
Grip
is
might be
mine.
useful here, but we need to get a move
Nothing
on
stands in
because
my way.
otherwise we're not going to be
Yes?
in position to attack this thing. I'm getting a little bit worried that we're not going to have enough
asked
anti-air to take it out because we've got like one hydralisk. We've got some backup hydralisks on the way though, and a queen.
Get
So
going.
maybe this will be enough. With any luck, this will be enough. Focus down that ship. That shuttle is our most
A
important
shuttle
target.
reached the...
There we go. Took it down. Alright, not too much of a problem. And let's get some Zerglings. Because, well, one, we have a major excess of minerals, which means we should increase gas mining as well. And Zerglings don't cost
Out with it.
gas, so
There's
we
not
can
much
use
time.
up our extra minerals on
The
them.
swarm...
The other reason to get Zerglings is because we really need them
The Protoss are mobilizing an assault on our hive cluster.
to help buffer between our hydralisks and the
Get
enemy
going.
forces to keep our hydralisks
ahead.
alive. Now we need to
have my
retreat our
attention.
forces to deal with this push on the main hive cluster. I've also realized that we do not have the Roach Warren, I believe it's called, to allow us to build roaches, which would be very important for our army composition, because they stand somewhere between a roach and between a hydralisk and a Zergling. And so when the Zerglings die, because they are essentially cannon fodder, then the roaches will actually be able to tank, so to speak. That is, take all of the damage the enemy is outputting
Let's get
so the
this over with.
hydralisks don't have to. A couple of drones wouldn't go so wrong, but our economy is doing pretty good in general.
Protoss have launched another shuttle. It is bearing towards an unknown location.
They're bringing more warp conduits online. I sense 2 more activating.
So the big thing we really need, I think, is more hydralisks to help shoot stuff down. But before that, we must get more overlords. As always, we do require additional overlords, which is a pretty common
Swarm
thing.
hungers.
I think we're going to need to push our creep a little bit closer to all of the other points, because now
under attack.
they've revealed that there are additional warp gates the Protoss can go to, so it's more important than ever that we start building some static defenses near all the warp gates so that our army doesn't have to work quite as hard. Alright, shoot at that shuttle, and we can bring it down pretty fast. We're taking some damage while we do so, but we can mop up the enemy forces, and it shouldn't be too hard to replace what we've lost. Are we mining optimally? We've got an extra drone mining, but I'm not worried about that. As long as we're mining as much as we possibly
There's
can
not
be,
much time.
then I'm not actually as concerned about efficiency at the moment. And then we'll come up here and start dealing with the Protoss forces in the north. Remembering, of
Push
course,
ahead.
that it is very important that we get to this stasis chamber so that we can unlock the research or the Kerrigan levels associated with it. Now, we have a roach warren, so we can build some roaches. And those roaches should be able to help us
asked you?
protect our hydralisks and keep them alive.
You have my attention.
That is a big
Nothing
concern, because
stands
right
in
now
my
we've been
way.
losing a lot of hydralisks because they're the bulk of our army, and then they're taking a lot of damage, which is not what they're meant for.
I'm...
Oh, there's a Colossus. Snipe it. Yes. So Kerrigan took it out with a kinetic blast as quickly as she could, and now we'll just do as much damage as we can to the Protoss here. We want to push through to this stasis chamber, but we have to kill everything else first, or else they'll destroy us.
There's not much time.
And the stasis chamber should go down now.
Another chamber destroyed. What were the Protoss doing with all this biomass?
The Protoss are launching shuttles from a new base.
Well, that makes things a little more complicated.
So we can now see the shuttle marker, which is the green icon in the map, which is at the lower left-hand portion of the screen. And we are going to have to go run out there pretty quick to go deal with that shuttle. But first, let's just finish destroying what's here. Alright, now let's run after that shuttle and the new place it's launching to, and keep spreading our creep. Quickly, everybody, chase this thing. Chase
Nothing
it.
stands in my way.
Alright, let's
going.
move forward, try
We
and
have
lead
met
it a
the
little
enemy
bit,
in combat.
and then we'll stop and shoot at it.
A shuttle reached
Yes.
the conduit. Destroy it now.
No problem.
Quickly.
And let's keep spreading the creep out here.
You have my attention.
Because we're going to need to get our creep towards
The
that
swarm
warp
never
conduit
rests.
so that we can build some anti-air defenses protecting it. That way, if we have to split up our forces, or if our forces get small, or anything goes not quite according to plan, then we can still defend the warp conduits somewhat, because they'll have the static defenses around them. It just makes things easier on us, acts as a backup plan. Ooh, and we can take the stasis chamber now, no reason not to. Oh, Psionic Storm! Let's snipe that High Templar before he can do that again, because I know he's got enough energy
Let's get
for
this
it.
over with.
I'm
Push
sure.
ahead.
And so we do not want to take that again. That Psionic Storm is
That's
devastating
the last stasis chamber.
against Zerg.
We'll examine biomass, consume, improve swarm.
Acceptable command.
And let's make sure we've cleared out all of the static defenses around this warp gate. Warp gate? Warp conduit.
Protoss are launching 2 sets of shuttles. Tenacious bastards.
Okay, see that? Now that sort of
You
makes
have my
things more
attention.
complicated and means that anti-air is going to be even more important.
Out with it.
Now we're going to try and intercept one shuttle as early as
Swarm
possible and then
hungers.
hopefully catch up to the other shuttle. But we may not be able to catch up to the other shuttle. Something to be concerned about. Now, fortunately, if we stop using the
What is
all
it
units
now?
command, we've got some Hydralisks building right now that will head towards the second shuttle. So we'll just keep our army in place, and boom, like that, we've got 2 armies.
Yes?
They're small,
Who is-
but there are 2 armies, and they should be enough. The second army is the smaller of the 2, but it's got extra static defenses to help it.
Never rests.
Perfect. Oh, Kerrigan's about to die. Kerrigan's about to die.
Push ahead.
Oh, Kerrigan almost died.
What is it now?
Now, actually, that wouldn't have been terrible because she
Let's
would
get this
come
over with.
back. But
Forces
it's nice that she doesn't die
Nothing
because
stands in my
it does
way.
take a little time for her to come back. Oh, I didn't think about the other units that would be on their way here. We really need to focus this thing down. Okay, good. We took down the shuttle easily enough, and now we can take everything else down, and of course our other troops are getting here to support. Let's get a couple of more queens out, because they have healing abilities, and they can keep Kerrigan and the rest of our army healed up. The rest of our
Out
army's
with
not
it.
quite so important, because people are expendable,
This
more
world is
expendable,
mine.
but it's nice to keep Kerrigan healed up, and because then she can stay at the front lines,
this over
and
with.
she's one of our most powerful
There's
units.
not much time.
We are running really
Who
low
asked
on
you?
resources at our base, so we'll want to move to a new base. And what is this? Hang on.
Nothing
I was going to
stands
take
in
this
my
old
way.
Protoss base up here in the upper left, but I think I have grossly overlooked something of vital importance,
going.
which is that there appears to be a frozen Zerg base here that we should be able to take just by walking up to it. So it would have
The
been
swarm never
useful if I had seen that some time ago,
Thespian guys are
but I did
exhausted.
not, which is unfortunate, but we can deal
Yes?
with it.
The Protoss have launched more shuttles.
One shuttle through the conduit, and you will feel the might of the Golden Armada.
This
Sure.
hive cluster now belongs to the swarm.
Now we do have some backup air defenses, but we'll try and intercept the shuttle before it gets that far, which shouldn't be too much of a problem at the moment. They have a fairly weak force here. And then
get
we
this
should
over
easily
with.
be in a good position to take out this other shuttle.
Get going.
They really shouldn't have sent these two shuttles on paths that so closely overlapped one another, because then it makes it easy for us to run from one shuttle to the other when we need to. Whoever's planning the routes and the timings did not
The
do a
swarm
very
never
good job.
rests. Push it.
Now we'll expand up into this old Protoss base in the upper left-hand corner.
Nothing stands in my way.
The Protoss have launched more shuttles.
Let's get this over.
So that we have more resources
There's not
available
much
to
time.
us.
Warning, your forces are approaching the enemy's base.
Oh, yep. So they are. So they are. Let's retreat
Push ahead.
and go deal with the shuttles. And we'll build some static defenses to help keep this base defended. So you drones... Oh, actually, all you drones, kill that zealot. Oh no.
The swarm hungers.
Of course the zealots come right after our army leaves. Can you even kill the...
Mineral field depleted.
We need more units. We need more units.
Nothing.
Alright, let's shut this shuttle down as quickly as possible. And kill everything else as quickly as possible, focusing down that Colossus because it's capable of massive damage.
This
Oh,
world is mine. Get going.
and there's one more shuttle on its way.
Push ahead.
Ignore the upper left
swarm
base
never
because we will
rests.
lose this mission if this shuttle escapes. So we need to hurry up and get to the shuttle. Get to the shuttle!
Wait.
And...
Forces are under attack.
got it.
The hive
Alright.
cluster is under attack.
So, Kerrigan died, but in 60 seconds she'll be back. So, like I said, that's not too much of a problem. The Protoss attacking up here are a little bit more of a problem. And this army's going nowhere. So, if we can build
Did you
some
miss me?
spine crawlers and things... Oh,
Forces
Kerrigan's
are
already
under
back.
attack.
If we can build some spine crawlers and
Get
things
going.
defending this northern base, then it will make everything much easier for us in future, because the Zerg will be limited in what they can do. Oh,
The Protoss launched 3 shuttles at once. They're bearing toward the same conduit.
The Protoss have launched a mothership.
They must be using it to cloak shuttles. Push ahead. The swarm never rests.
Alright, well we will take out some of the shuttles.
We require
All forces,
more.
defend the central conduit. Tear their ships from the sky.
Yeah, we're gonna move some of our anti-air defenses as soon as possible. And then we will take out one shuttle
Get going.
before it even gets anywhere. Easily enough. And now our army has to go intercept
Stands
the
in my
other
way.
shuttles.
The swarm never rests.
There's the mothership, which cloaks nearby units.
Under attack.
We'll deal with that in a moment. First, let's focus down this shuttle, because it's furthest. It's not going to intersect with so many of our air defenses. And now let's take down this shuttle, which we have detection, so we can see it and snipe it despite the mothership. Otherwise, we would have had to take the mothership down. And that looks like it. All shuttles destroyed.
That's the last. The warp conduits are useless to them now.
You've done it, my queen. The Protoss threat is removed.
Nothing is done. Until they are all dead.
So Kerrigan's going a little bit dark side. Probably extremely depressed and angry at the moment, having heard that Raynor is dead.
I feel my queen's hatred burning like a star. But there is something underneath it I do not understand.
It's pain, Isha. Sometimes even my hatred can't shield me from memories.
Of an enemy who damaged you?
No, memories of better times. Of a friend now lost.
You have grown stronger, my queen. New abilities are available within your chamber.
Okay, and we'll deal with that in a minute, but let's see what Isha has to say.
Our scouts report a large Protoss ship on the other side of the moon.
The interstellar ship they used to travel here.
It is not yet ready for launch, but it will be before we can get to it.
They're tenacious, I'll give them that. But I am ready for this.
Okay, so we're gonna have to deal with that.
You do not have to do this. You could leave. Be away from this moon before the Golden Armada arrives.
I can't run. I know that now. My enemies will never stop coming for me. All I can do is fight.
Then there will never be peace.
Peace?
That is a little bit of a stretch. Though it could be important.
New discovery. Large-scale improvement to Zergling sequences.
What kind of improvement?
Answer complex. Can branch evolution of fully evolved Zergling. Form 2 new strains.
Then add them to the swarm, Abathur.
Strains mutually exclusive. Will compete in sequence. One must be chosen. Other must be discarded.
Fine. Make some of each. I want to see them in action.
We'll set up tests for both. Initiate from evolution pit.
So this is what it meant by a Zerg evolution mission. Now, I think that this is just going to be a very short thing to test the new possible things we can do to the Zerglings. So we'll have a look at that in a second. We can also get a mutation on the Hydralisk, so we can increase... Oh, we can get a used ability to increase attack speed temporarily. We can get an extra life, which shouldn't be important if we protect it correctly. And we can increase its attack range to 6. And increase it 20%. Let's get attack range for right now. Because then I don't have to worry about trying to use the activated ability.
I'm going to look into your memories and find out why I feel so angry when I see you.
Memories not important. Distractions.
I see it in your mind. You designed the Queen of Blades. Your limbs wrapped me in the chrysalis.
Weak and soft. Broke bones. Tore flesh. Improved you.
If you weren't important to my plans, you'd be dead right now.
Unclear. Zergling strain ready for augmentation. Unique essence discovered on Dominion Security World. Collect essence. Adapt Zergling. Destroy Dominion outpost.
Actually, I don't know how long this is going to take. So perhaps it would be better to leave it until the next episode. In the meanwhile, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.
Oh look, by repeatedly spam clicking everything, I get monkeys.
I'm pretty sure that there's a monster back there. Oh, he's right there! Oh god, I ran the wrong way! I ran the wrong way! Oh. That could have saved me about 100 times right now. Oh. Why?